I don't think I've ever explored a record store in Japan where there wasn't some jazz for sale. But that doesn't mean every shop gives you access to it in the same way. So jammed. It's gonna be a waste of time. 500 yen. Book Off is a secondhand chain where records and CDs are only part of the floor. At this location, jazz browsing feels cramped, low-priced, and ungraded. You are not really searching. You are waiting for something to turn up and then trying to judge it on the spot. The prices may look inviting, but without grading, the burden stays with the buyer. Hard Off is a secondhand chain where music is only one part of a much broader used goods floor. The jazz CDs are readable enough, but that structure does not guarantee depth or focus. Used jazz records appear here as just one genre among many. They may look clean, but they are often filed randomly and never graded. Darumaya is a large, open, warehouse-like secondhand shop with thousands of records across many genres, where jazz stands out as a serious, graded specialty. Disc Union is Japan's largest physical media record store chain. This Ochanomizu branch is dedicated to jazz, with a wall map guiding buyers by genre and instrument. Disc Union Shibuya Jazz and Rare Groove occupies one of two Disc Union floors in the same building. The stock is graded in familiar Disc Union fashion, and while jazz leads, the room still extends into adjacent categories. With artists and genres clearly marked in English on the dividers, this is the kind of place that lets you browse quickly and with confidence. HMV in Shibuya is one of two locations. and this vinyl focus branch is deep enough to reward buyers who know what they're looking at. The records are graded in HMV's letter-based system, and even a section like this shows how serious a chain store can be about niche jazz.
That is really cool.
I never seen it.
Wow, they want 6,600 yen for that. Wow. That is really cool, though. Sweden. Oh, look at that. That's cool. There's a little bit of something old tape that used to be taped down there. That's still really nice. That's very nice.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's good. I might have to buy this. But I would have to. I'd probably want to come back when we're all done before I go back to.
Judgment Records is a specialist environment where detailed grading, written descriptions, and the stock itself make the owner's expertise immediately visible. Haniwa-san previously ran Disc Union's jazz operations and later founded the reissue label Craftsman Records. Here, judgment refers not to criticism, but to the careful listening and selection behind what is on the shelves. Universe Sounds is a jazz specialist shaped by collector knowledge, and you sense that almost immediately. The owner has written 2 books on Japanese jazz and the Black Jazz label, both recently reissued. The shop also reissues select titles on its own label and carries rare and out-of-print LPs across post-war American jazz, European avant-garde, and Japanese jazz from the 1960s on. Founded by Tony Nishijima, one of Japan's leading jazz collectors, this is a specialist shop built around deep collector knowledge, orderly stock, and strong cataloging. The jazz bins are organized in detail, including sections by instrument, such as guitar, organs, drums, bass, and vocal. Along one wall is a large run of 78 RPM records, including box sets from the early decades of recorded music, many still sealed. Tony's Records is cash only, and there is no website. If you want something, you call the shop or come in person. Hal's is a family-run jazz specialist built around carefully curated used stock. The records are graded, and many include written comments to help guide a customer's selection. Original pressings range from inexpensive finds to very expensive collector pieces, and even the bargain boxes outside the door feel considered. Jarrodisland feels like entering a lifelong jazz collector's tiny storage room. The stock is overwhelming, the space is tight, and you can barely move. Some records are priced high because they are genuinely rare. Others are unexpectedly affordable. It is only open on weekends and Mondays, and it is best visited alone. Not every shop in Tokyo is built around jazz, but in mixed-genre stores, jazz is usually part of a broader stock.